It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending Sunday evening with us. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the Utah Jazz taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And Jabari Smith out with a recent injury.
Yeah, and it speaks volumes about his toughness that he considered playing through the injury. Fortunately, the coaches and doctors talked some sense into him.
And it looked like it might be a lot worse than it is. That news is a relief to him and the team. Great to hear he's avoided something more serious.
Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, B.A., but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Tipped away. Here's Flag. Miller, right side. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And so Thompson will bring it up for San Antonio. Outside Edwards. Jackson the screen. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Here's Spears. Pass to Hartenstein. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Grant, looking at Cooper Flag, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Wade. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
When you're watching him play, Flag has promise as a playmaker. He's no ball hog.
Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And San Antonio has possession. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Pass to Fears. Now here's Miller. Offline with a three. Outside Edwards. Jackson on the wing. And here's Thibault. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Hartenstein. Fires for three. The Jazz again can't hit. It's Edwards on the wing. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Outside Carter. Shot clock at 5. It's Edwards with a drive. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
When the whistle blows, it's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Franklin. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Giddey. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Inside. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
The momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Rollins. Here's Flagg. Utah with another miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by the Jazz. From deep, Giddey. The rebound by Carter. San Antonio leading by 6. Edwards. It's rebounded by Franklin.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. Edwards looking it over. Jackson outside. Out to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Giddey with a defensive effort.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game. That one misses. Good on the second one.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Outside Thybulle. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. He got it up. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. San Antonio on top. They're up by... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And we're going courtside for a report on Brandon Miller. Allie, how is he?
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for Utah. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
Allie, thanks for the info.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation around this, as always, when dealing with injuries.
Pass to Queen. This one for 3. The rebound by Carter.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Queen. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
defense pulled out all the stops.
Oh, Edwards with style and authority.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Pass to Bailey. Outside Giddey. Looking to end the run. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. Spurs lead by 10. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Queen misses. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Spurs. And following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Warriors at Chase Center in San Francisco. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
You love the show of force from Carter Jr. He's not messing around when he gets the ball down there.
Pass to Queen. Drummond. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Wendell Carter. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, B.A., you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Thompson's got 8 points.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Utah moving the ball around. Here's Queen. No points so far. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And here's Bailey for 3. And another miss by Utah. On offense, here's San Antonio. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Right wing to the middle. Ooh, poked away. 1:49 left in the first half of basketball. Not going to go that time. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And a play like this has to make you excited for Bailey's future. If he's able to add more muscle, he's going to be tough to contain.
There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Merrill, right side. To the inside. Here's Franklin. Pass to Fears. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Yes, Fears isn't a huge guard, but I think he's at his best around the rim.
Merrill outside. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Ball surveys the floor. Back to Moody. Off target with the 3. Jazz trail by 10.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Merrill with it. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Here's Wade. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's San Antonio closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. From deep three-point land. The shot by Merrill, no good.
Blocking foul called on Moses Moody.
All right, the Jazz making a change here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Up top, Miller. Pass to Wade. Back to Miller. Goes up at the elbow. Rebound by San Antonio. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Ball's going up the court. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. The Jazz making a switch here. Jazz trail by 12. And a minute played as the second half gets going. From deep, Utah with another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Releases from 15. Hartenstein pulls it in to the left wing. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You know, Flag wasn't going to let that dunk chance pass him by.
Ball outside. Here's Cornette. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
There is no doubt that ball brings his flight gear to the arena. The man has a little bit of bounce on him.
San Antonio leading by 12. Pass to Merrill. Over Flag. Snatched away. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Hartenstein. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Merrill. The putback. Tries again. Cornette with the bucket. Cornette's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Wade, that's good.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And it's Ball off the drive. Here's Cornette. Utah grabs the miss. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Pass to Fears. From deep. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Spurs lead by 13. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. For 3, Fears fires in the triple. Fears has got 8.
And this might be a growth area for Fears. His accuracy could even be better.
And Paul throws it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Into the lane. And Ball throws it down.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense. Good at knowing when to take initiative.
Oh, wow! Plenty of room for his trademark slam.
You could tell once he saw the crack in the D, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, everybody in the building was waiting for it.
Bogdanovich with it. Now guarded by Moody. Fears. The quick look, no good that time.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Yeah, impressive set from the rookie. Jeremiah Fears in total control in the screen and roll game.
So both teams changing it up here. 16 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Amongst the best decision makers in the league. Lonzo with the right decision there.
Pass to Yakuchonis. Here's Franklin. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Lonzo Ball. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force.
36.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Jazz trail by 14. Outside Giddey. From outside the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Edwards. Pass to Carter. And it's going to be a 3-second call. All right, the Jazz making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz. Number 24. Brandon Miller.
Now Giddey. Here's Miller. Covered by Thibault. There's the screen. Giddey into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Pass to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Once Giddey saw his opening, he took advantage. I mean, defenders just could not keep up.
Tries the spin move. Picked by Carter. And here's Edwards outside. Drummond grabs the miss.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Miller outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Substitution.
Tipped. Pass to Miller. Here's Queen. And there's a pick. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And in the last two possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Here's Miller. Utah with another miss.
Decent look from mid-range. You almost have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
And Edwards slams it in.
You got to bring more muscle if you want to stop Edwards from scoring. He's gifted at converting through contact. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Utah with the ball. It's a 16-point game. From deep, Giddey. No good.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Edwards is doubled. 6 to shoot. Here's Carter. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And stolen by Jackson. Outside Edwards. Now Thompson. Jams it home!
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
And here's Giddey. Knocked away. Here's Flag. Shot clock at 6. It's good!
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flag to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he made me look really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
And the 3 misses. Jazz trailed by 16. Here's Flag. 1:33 left in the game. Flushes it down with both hands.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Edwards. Yes, sir, with the 3.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Spurs.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Amen Thompson.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust. And there's a lot of upside to Ace Bailey. He's already a gifted shot maker, but you also see signs of elite defensive potential. If he can level up on both ends, Ace will be special.
Thompson. Cleared away by Hartenstein. Utah with the ball. They trail by 18. Oh, he cannot hit. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards banked it in off the glass.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Shoots a 3. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you.